Welcome to the Way Out Tarot. This will be your timeless general reading for wherever you have Taurus in your chart. Before every reading, the intention I set, what I ask for are for messages that you need to know, guidance that would help you at the time that you need it the most whenever you come across this video. I encourage you to use your intuition and your knowledge of your own experience to interpret these messages. And keep in mind that I am simply the messenger. The paths that you all who are tuning in walk are not identical. This is a general read. But I believe that in being here, you and I, at the very least, have a shared interest in gaining a deeper understanding in what's happening to you, what's happening around you. And we're hoping to use that information for the right reasons, for a good reason to affect change in your life. We'll get started. Overall energy for you, Taurus, we have the Temperance card. Peace at last. It seems as though it has found you, or you have found it. It might seem as though what you've been looking for a very long time has found its way into your life after all. For many of you, I think this has something to do with right and wrong. It has something to do with principle. It has something to do with integrity. It has something to do with the rightness of something. It has something to do with equal share. It has something to do with feeling as though you're able to fulfill your life's purpose. I think that there are certain things that aren't driving you crazy anymore. There are certain things that you don't have to rack your brain about anymore. And the Temperance card coming out first is a very soothing and comforting thing to see. This tells me that somewhere in your life, there is balance. This tells me that somewhere in your life is a kind of blessing that seems as though it must be a gift from God or a miracle of some kind, that you've stumbled upon it, that it's made its way into your life. And I don't think that this is peace that is deserved. I think that this is peace that is earned. There's a difference. This is peace that is earned. This is something that you have worked towards. This is something that you have worked on. And this is peace that your words, your actions have brought about. Because you have remained faithful, because you have remained optimistic, you're being rewarded, you're being blessed. On earth as it is in heaven. there's a Sagittarius who is not being very truthful, or they haven't been very truthful, and I think that you dodged a bullet here. Some very tall tales this person could have been telling, or could be trying to tell, but I think you see right through it. Six of Wands coming out. You are winning. You're winning. There are at least a couple people around you who value you, who see your value, who know your worth. They're willing to pay you for your hard work. They're willing to pay you your worth. Equal share, as it were. Isn't it amazing when all of that hard work that you do isn't overlooked? Isn't it amazing when all of that hard work that you do is recognized? Somebody's proud of you. They're telling you. Could be a fire sign. So we're going to shuffle the oracle cards and pull those out next. If you want to skip ahead to when we actually start talking about the cards, you're more than welcome to. If you want to just hang out and take it all in, that's cool too. This one, I think. And we're going to pull one. let's go ahead and talk about your cards again. I've had some time to really let everything here sink in, and this is a very positive reading. This is a very positive reading. Let's talk about why. I think that there are some things that you've been waiting for, some privileges, some bouts of peace, some comfort that I to say that you've been searching for it isn't entirely accurate, because I think that what it is more accurately is that you've been working hard and earnest, and what you've been hoping for. It's kind of like you've been hoping that it would all work out, that you would reach that destination, that you would get to the top of that mountain, that each step that you take would be towards a greater good and towards a better life. So, have you been stressing yourself out looking for better? I don't think so. It's more like you have been doing what you need to do and working hard and hoping for the best, and you find yourself blessed around this time to find yourself in one or more situations that are exactly that are rewarding, that bring you peace of mind, that make it all seem like it's worth it. Now, does that mean that you can stop working? Does that mean that it's easy to maintain? No. Because the Magician card here tells us that you are still required to be really resourceful and be really creative and make lemonade out of lemons still. But what you have created here, there is no debating that. What you've created here is something that you can and should be proud of. I think that there are a lot of people who are proud of you. There are a lot of people who want to work with you, who want to give to you, who want to pour into you, and it's because you are 100% completely unapologetically who you are. There's no compromising that you've been doing when it comes to your standard. There's no compromising that you've been doing when it comes to your sense of what's right. And it's just a really, really nice feeling to be appreciated and rewarded for living life the way that you live life, because the Tauruses in my life, the Tauruses that I've had the privilege to know a Taurus is to have a voice of reason in your life that you didn't know that you need. To have a voice of reason that's going to ground you in the best way possible, and there is no denying that they add to your life. You add to the lives of the people that you know. And to be rewarded in the way that you're being rewarded, it's like yes, this way of living life is having its day in the light. And this way of living life, this approach to life, is being seen for the beautiful and selfless approach that it is. The relationships, the romantic relationships that you are in, I think that you might find that you're in relationships that allow you to embrace these parts of yourself. It allows you to be independent in it. You don't feel smothered. It doesn't. There's no one here that's controlling you. They allow you to be an individual. In fact, they appreciate those things about you that set you apart from everyone else that they know. You're being honored for that. You're being praised for that. You're being praised for this perspective that you have. You're being praised for this ingenuity and compassion and due diligence that you exhibit on a day-to-day basis. At several turns around this time, though, there are some choices that you need to make. It's reading more like some deals that you are striking or some arrangements that you're making with some pretty important people in your life. And these are the types of arrangements that you want them to, you want everybody to be happy in them. It's for the good of everyone that's involved. We were talking about equal share earlier, and I think that it's equal share of the burden. It's equal share of the workload when it comes to working the relationship, and this is true for work as well. You might find that there's less situations at work where you're doing the bulk of the work. It's being evenly distributed, and there are people who are looking out for you. There are people who are making sure that you aren't taken advantage of, who are making sure that you are taken care of. There are some choices that you're making as well about whether or not to give to some people or to give in some ways, whether or not it's right to give in some ways that you used to. And I do think that there's a departure that you're making away from that. It's hard to say what that looks like exactly. It's going to vary from person to person. So, that's where your knowledge of your own experience comes in. In what areas of your life have you been giving in that you are deciding that the right thing to do is to, it's not that you're withholding, it's not that you stop giving. That's not what's happening here. I just think that you're being more smart about it. I think that you're giving with condition. You're giving while taking care of yourself. You're giving without sacrificing bits and pieces of yourself along the way. You're giving and you're doing without sacrificing the standards that you feel you should uphold. There's a lot of support here. There's a lot of support, and there's a lot of love, a lot of a lot of love, a lot of teamwork. There are some onlookers, I feel, who they don't know how you do it. They don't know how you do it, and they don't really know why you're getting the kind of support that you get. They don't know why things come easy to you, or at least that's the way it looks to other people. You make it look easy. You make peace look easy. You make this era that you're in look easy. But it's not. It's actually very taxing. There are a lot of plates that you have to balance. There's things have to be done a certain way, and you know that some of those ways are not the easiest way to get something done, but you know that it's the right way. And the thing I have always appreciated about you is that you're not going to run away from the hard work. You're not going to run away from what needs to be done. You're not the type to seek shortcuts. And to be honest with you, I think the reason why some people around you who maybe don't understand why they can't have the same results that you have, why they aren't getting the same amount of support and love that you get, why they don't have the same privileges, why they haven't achieved the same kind of peace. It's because they're taking shortcuts. The first oracle that came out here for you is the Sea Creatures card, and at the bottom of this one here it says Immersion. And this card really wants you to go with the flow and have fun. And going with the flow doesn't necessarily mean be complacent. Here, within the context of this reading, it just means that you should allow things to unfold the way that they're unfolding, because everything is going exactly the way that it's intended to. All of the good that's happening in your life, that's coming into your life, it's not a figment of your imagination. It's something that you, in fact, do deserve, and it's something that you have earned, and you should continue to approach life in the way that you've been approaching it. And you should know that it's okay to have fun here or there. You should know that it's okay to enjoy it. And don't allow anyone to make you feel guilty for having fun, for enjoying yourself while you work. Immerse yourself in it. The other two that we got here are detachment and negotiation. And we'll talk about detachment first. This is Venus in Aquarius. That energy we were speaking about earlier, about you having a lot of these really rewarding relationships that allow you to be free at the same time, that allow you to be an individual. That's what's coming through with this Venus in Aquarius card. This is how those who have this planetary placement love. Those are the types of relationships that they thrive in. The types of relationships they thrive in are the ones where you guys were friends first, and then you became lovers. Or you were lovers at one point and you somehow managed to remain friends. It's a very easy breezy, easygoing approach to your relationships, and it's because of that amount of freedom that you have in it. Now, there is a negative meaning that comes with this card, but I don't really think that it applies here because of how overwhelmingly positive the reading is. Even though the Three of Swords is here, we're going to get to that. But just to speak on it, because this is a general reading, you know, and you may resonate with the detachment card in this particular way. Yes, this could mean that there are certain relationships, certain people that you're no longer in contact with. We mentioned that there is a Sag that you could have been moving away from. For some of you, it could be a Gemini. But it's seeming more like the Sagittarius, because that's what we were picking up on intuitively. Now, the negotiation card, which is Jupiter in Libra. This speaks of those arrangements that you make in your life that are win-win for all, where everyone get something good out of it. And I do get the sense that you're making some of those arrangements around this time. It's like if people want to go, you're okay with letting them go. If they don't want to be around you, you're okay with them not being around you. If they're not going to raise their standards and rise to the occasion, you're not going to stoop down to theirs. It's a healthy kind of detachment that's coming through with this reading. It's the kind that says, I am okay. If you don't want to be around, I am okay if you want to go. Because the absence of someone or the absence of something here, if it's a job that you've moved on from, nothing was taken away from you in the process. Nothing is being taken away from you in the process. You're not losing anything, which I think is a very beautiful thing. Let's get to clarifying now, and we'll start with the Sagittarius there, the Temperance card in the top right. Peace on earth and mercy mild. God and sinners reconciled is what's coming through. Queen of Cups, clarified by the Temperance card. Oh, it's an amazing thing to live life the way that you're living life right now, and to love yourself and feel comfortable in the skin that you're in, and feel okay with the things that you've accomplished, feel okay with the things that you've achieved, not feel as though you are doing anything wrong. Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands. You're not doing anything wrong at all. In fact, things are playing out exactly the way that they are supposed to. Star card at the bottom of the deck. The new pursuits that you have around this time, the new opportunities that you're availing, it's looking like you'll be fairly successful in all of them. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. This could definitely have something to do with work. I do get that some of you are starting a new job. There's a job that you recently just started or are going to start, and you're getting comfortable in it. There's a lot of promise that comes with it. And we got the Justice card coming out. It's going to be it's a good fit. If there's any kind of legal matters that you have to deal with in the coming days, that Wheel of Fortune coming out in the upright tells me that you can expect the outcome of that to be favorable at the very least, or it's not going to be as it's not going to be as difficult or as harsh as maybe you think it's going to be. Let's take a look at the Three of Wands. Oh, I just fell out there. Three of Wands clarified by the Queen of Swords. So you are moving on indeed. This is a Taurus who's not afraid to let go of certain things in their life. This is a Taurus who has a very lighthearted approach to life. This is a Taurus who knows what's going to work for them, who knows what's working in their life, and who knows what isn't working. Queen of Wands. There's some really nice things happening with confidence here for you and self-esteem. Knight of Cups and the Two of Wands. If you've been going back and forth about how to approach a fire sign, Don't overthink it too much. I'm hearing just go for it. Let's take a look at the Magician. What is it that you're trying to create here? Wow. We got the Hangman, Nine of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Ten of Wands. So you are healing. You're healing here, it seems. I do think that there are some jobs that you've had, some relationships that you've been in where you had to do the majority of the work. There are just some people who they just don't get it. And what's really beautiful here is you're not carrying that with you. You're letting this go. In fact, you're taking all of the energy that you used to spend trying to get to the bottom of why it is that they are the way that they are, why it is that they're doing things the way that they're doing. You're taking all of that energy that you used to spend trying to figure that out. You have reclaimed all of that energy and you're creating with it. Six of Wands. Reclaiming your time. Taking your talents elsewhere, taking your talents somewhere where they are going to see you and appreciate you and not stress you out. King of Cups, Seven of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. There's a water sign that you told the truth to. Don't this is someone from your this person is no longer in your life. It's going to be hard for this person to see it, for them to get it in the moment, but you actually did them you did them a favor. Justice card, you really helped this person see the light. You did do the right thing by them. If that's something that you're concerned about, I don't think that you should feel. Don't stress about this. Don't worry about this too much. They needed to hear it. They needed to hear it. They needed to see it. Somebody needed to say it to them, and you were the one that God put in their life to deliver that message. Two of Pentacles. Let's take a look at the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Wands together. I get that those are all connected. So you have a lot of responsibilities when it comes to work, Star card and the Tower card, but you're going to find your rhythm and get into the swing of things pretty quickly here. I think that you'll find how you can work smarter here and not harder, and work in a way that doesn't take away from how you want to do things or how you feel like things should be done. Ten of Wands. Three of Cups. There are people around who are going to help you bear the burden. There are people around who are going to help you get to where you need to be, get to where you want to go. Eight of Pentacles. My nose has been so itchy throughout this whole reading. I know there are some of you tuning in who I'm definitely talking to. Eight of Pentacles clarified by the King of Wands. And the Emperor. So there's an Aries, I would say there's an Aries that you work with for sure. Knight of Pentacles. Could be your boss. Doesn't have to be an Aries, it could just be your boss. Five of Wands in reverse, Five of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. I think you feel like this person is relatively easy to work with, that they are supportive. Knight of Swords. That Sagittarius is waiting for you, but I get that they're waiting in vain. Two of Swords down here. Two of Swords clarified by the Chariot. And the King of Pentacles. Don't let anybody rush you. Don't let anybody coerce you into doing things that you don't want to do, or doing things that you aren't going to be getting anything out of it. And the thing is, you guys do so much already in a very selfless way, and you do things without any promise of getting anything in return. But I do get that there are a couple people who historically have been very unappreciative of how much it is that you're willing to do, and how much you have been willing to give them, of how much you help them. And there's some who might try to rush you to make a decision, but you know better than that. I feel like you're like you want to move forward down here. There's something that you don't really want to fight for anymore, that you don't want to struggle in, or struggle on, or struggle with anymore. And it's like they want to coerce you. I think they want you to stay. The Lovers. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's a new money-making opportunity here that you're taking advantage of this opportunity, and you're keeping all the details close to your chest. But it's happening. And I do think that is going to disappoint some people. I think that's what this is down to here. An air sign, it looks like. Let's take a look at the King of Swords. This air sign saying King of Swords clarified by the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords. This person has a lot to say to you, but they're not ready. The Empress, the Devil, Six of Wands, Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Magician, Queen of Pentacles, Death. This looks like a secret obsession that they don't really know how to put into words, and if not obsession, it's infatuation. It's infatuation, and I think that this person is trying to make sense of how they feel. This might be uncharted territory for them. Perhaps the way that they're feeling right now is not something that they expected, and King of Cups, they are still weighing. The odds, the options, the implications, what it would mean. Yeah, this is big Gemini energy. They're very much in their head about it. Four of Cups. You might find that this person, it's not that they don't talk to you, it's not that they don't approach you, that they don't communicate with you, because they do, but it's just they choose their words very carefully, and I think that there are certain cans that they're afraid to open. The reflection card that came out for you was, how can you remain true to yourself? And I think that's what's really key here for you in this reading. I think that you're doing that. You're doing that. And I think you should ask yourself that question in every situation. Are you behaving in a way that is in line with who you know yourself to be and what you want for yourself? How you want to be perceived in the world? Not so much when I say how you want to be perceived in the world, I think that you're concerned with being seen and taken exactly as you are. Take it or leave it. And it looks like a lot of people want to take it. I think we need a couple more. There's one. Can you see that? See if I can get that to focus. Well, it says infatuation, which we definitely called ghost. There is someone that you are leaving behind. East. The east may be significant in some way, shape, or form. December. New love, pleasure, August, Gemini, we called that as well. Admiration, we definitely called that. There's a Gemini who really admires you, the number 9, and July. This was your read. Thank you so much for being here. And if you got all that you wanted from a tarot reading in this reading, all that you were looking for, then I'll see you the next time you feel inclined to get a reading. But if you're already looking forward to the next one, I encourage you to rewatch this one in about a week. I promise you'll get something different from it, or it'll resonate in a couple different ways. If you would like to support this YouTube channel, then all you have to do is just watch the ad at the beginning, the middle, or the end of this video, and you'll be helping this channel out greatly. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.